What's up everyone? This is Ruben Rodriguez with Ruben's Rundown. Today's video is a review edition, and I want to be clear right up front. This is not a video bashing MARTA. This is simply my personal experience as an occasional rider, walking through what it's like to use the system when you don't ride it every day. Most of the time, I only take MARTA when I'm heading to a Hawks game or an Atlanta United match, especially if I don't have a parking pass. When it works smoothly, it's convenient. This video is about the moments when it didn't, and why that matters for people like me. I started this trip at the Inman Park Reynoldstown station. I parked there with the intention of doing something simple. Buy a breeze ticket, go a stop or two west, and then come back. I'm on the east-west line, which is actually one of the easier lines because you don't have to transfer. If you ride every day, you probably know the system really well. But if you don't, there are a few nuances that aren't immediately obvious, especially around ticketing. At Inman Park, Reynoldstown, there are multiple ticket kiosks. In theory, that should make things faster. In practice, it's kind of a roulette. One kiosk might not be turned on, another won't read credit cards, and another has buttons that don't respond properly. After trying multiple machines, I wasn't able to buy a breeze ticket using a credit card. At that point, I had to switch to the MARTA app. To MARTA's credit, the app does exist, but it's not intuitive if you're using it for the first time. The home screen shows a QR code and a balance, and there's also a separate section to buy tickets. I bought multiple tickets, thinking I could just scan twice, one ticket per person. What isn't clearly explained is that MARTA requires each rider to have their own ticket loaded on their own device, or you have to wait a 3-minute delay between scans. That delay caused us to miss trains on a previous trip, which gets frustrating when you're cold, tired, or just trying to get home. I rode west to King Memorial and tried again to buy a breeze ticket at the kiosk there. Same issue, credit card readers failing, machines prompting errors, and ultimately no way to purchase a ticket at the kiosk. Once again, I had to rely on the app. Even then, I wasn't fully confident whether trips were being properly deducted or credited. At one point, I wasn't even sure how many trips I had left. One thing that surprised me was that you have to scan your ticket, card or app to exit the station, not just to enter. I understand why this exists. I'm guessing it's designed to prevent fare evasion and people gaming the system. But the downside is that honest users end up dealing with extra friction. The system becomes complicated not because riders want it to be, but because safeguards were added to deal with the abuse. I also want to be honest about the onboard experience. The trains were okay, but they didn't feel particularly clean, and there were people sleeping on the trains during the trip. I didn't feel unsafe, but it also didn't feel especially comfortable or welcoming either. It's just part of the reality of using a public transportation in a major city. When everything works, MARTA can still be a convenient and great way around Atlanta. The challenge is that for occasional riders, the ticketing experience, kiosk, and app combined with the overall ride experience introduces unnecessary friction. This has been Ruben Rodriguez with Ruben's Rundown Review Edition. If you've had similar experiences or completely different ones, I'd love to hear about them in the comments below. Please remember to like and subscribe, and if you're interested in creating content together, reach out. Thanks again for watching.